Back at it, guys. Happy day. I can snap with this finger, but this one I can't snap with. What's going on, great people? Let's give y'all a minute or two to come in the building because we got lots. Hold on. Let me put this here. Lots to talk about. Has it been 2 weeks since we've been on here?
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on? Let us know where you are watching from. Happy Freedom
Chat. Come on in here, chat.
Friday. Great people. So much to discuss.
Yeah.
What is going on? What is going on?
What's going on? Thumbs up. Hit that. Smash that like button. Come in here. Drop in them comment section where you at. Y'all know the routine. We don't need to have no boring whack intros. Y'all know the routine. We just come in. Y'all know the routine.
Huh?
Y'all know what we normally do. I'm talking to them. Y'all know the routine when we come in here.
Whack intros. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they know the routine. Like we don't really even have to say much. They know. They drop where from. They so used to doing this.
You may not have to say much. What is you saying?
What's going on? What is going on? What's going on,
talking
Aubrey?
to the people is what we do.
What's going on, Aubrey?
Audrey,
y'all know what to do. Where you at, Aubrey?
on?
I think I know her, Aubrey. I think I've seen Aubrey a few times.
Audrey.
Yeah. I think I know where Audrey is from. I think I've seen her a few times. Jump in the chat. Y'all
Texas,
know that.
Where y'all at? Florida, where you at? ATL, South Carolina.
Give y'all enough time to come on in here.
What is happening on this Freedom Fuego Friday?
Come on in here. I don't see people saying where they at. Y'all know what it is.
Where y'all watching from?
Last time we went live. Mm-hmm. Orange. Oh, you right here. Yeah, you right here.
Orange County.
Yeah, you right here. You next.
Audrey
Riverside County.
From Orange. That's gonna be a way we over.
Yeah, we right. You right. You one county over. We right here in Riverside County.
That's right. Happy day.
Come on in here, y'all. Come on in here.
Thanksgiving, guys, was amazing. I think we've talked to you guys since Thanksgiving. Of course we have. Christmas.
Let y'all come on in here.
Christmas is. Have you guys done your shopping while we were waiting for people to come on in? Have you all finished your Christmas shopping? Started? What is it looking like? Your favorite meals? Who's cooking? All of that good stuff. Dayton, Ohio.
Every time I think of that, I think about some wheels. Dayton, Ohio. Let's go. Come on in here.
Dayton.
Drop in those locations. Drop in location, not the location from your phone, but what city you at. Drop in locations. Drop in location. We're going to just talk about a few chats. We ain't going to keep y'all too long. Talk about a few topics that's going on. Come on in here.
Politico just dropped something. They'd be kind of biased in their reporting.
Come on in here. Come on in here. Just found they can't mail alcohol out the country, so there goes mom's gift. Well, you can. You can, yes, you can, but you got to put it in something. You can't just put it raw in the box. It have to be already in the box with stuff around it. Culver City. Let's go.
What's going on? Fort Wayne, I see you.
Phoenix.
Pong Pyro. Okay.
Phoenix, come on in here. Y'all know we right here in Riverside County, Corona, California. A lot of people know if you in SoCal, you know where Corona at. We right here in Inland Empire. 10K fine. No, just don't put the sending address. Don't put your address and name address on the send address. Don't put a return on there. Put stuff around it and you can put it in there. That's how people do with weapons and stuff like that anyway. They kind of tuck it.
You know about that? And we're not giving no type of advice or information on this channel.
Telling people
okay, yeah, no.
Telling people what to do. You could. That's how you can send stuff. If you tell them,
How you know? Say
her daughter's in Hemet. All right, Hemet.
Now, where is that?
South.
Oh,
Down
okay.
going down 15. No. Him is on 215 South.
I'm looking at trending top
like you
stories.
going to Moreno Valley, going past Moreno Valley and stuff like that.
I see.
Come on in, y'all. I said y'all. Come on in here. We're gonna go ahead and jump into some of these topics.
Yeah, I see the trending is kind of interesting. So okay, UFOs.
I'm gonna let you run the topic.
UFOs. I know because I'm the one that has order. Order, no order. Order, no order. Okay, great people. Okay, UFOs. We did the video already about UFOs. So did you all see that video or what? Because it's been a lot of people that has been talking about it. Well, I'm sorry, drones. Did they say UFOs? They've been called UFOs.
It's been a mixture. And it's been a mixture of topics.
Certain people have talked about the UFOs, and then others are saying drones. So we have, I don't know, but now they're saying the video that was done about Trump, they're talking about how the military kind of knows what it is. And he's not willing to go any further on that. Of course, he still is not in office technically yet. But what do y'all think about it? How do you feel about it? Drones, UFOs, what?
So we went through that topic, and that's so funny how you have these topics that these major issues, but you know how in the country it's kind of like whatever's relevant today. You still got these. Do you know the same drones are still flying around? These same orbs and stuff that are still flying around, and it seems as if the popularity of it is blowing over. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you could look up in the sky, especially out here in Inland Empire. You can look up and see these same drones, right? But what's weird is you're seeing these drones, but then wherever there's a drone, a lot of drones, you see an orbit. I believe the orbit is the real thing. That's the thing. That's the scary part of it. The drones are government that's watching these things, but they're not telling us those. And that's what we talked about before. But I just saw a clip on X where people were on a cruise ship and they shot one down over in the water, one of the drones. But I don't think nobody gonna shoot at them orb things. But they'll shoot at them drone things.
And see, that's the thing. It's like, okay, so how do you know what the difference is between a drone, something that's extraterrestrial, orb? Like, okay, what is that? Those were little clear silver things. You could see the electricity kind of like going through.
So, I mean, that's what's going on. Whenever things go into a hush, that's more code so that the government will still be working on this stuff on the back end, but then we'll go on because life keeps going on and we keep coming up, and our attention's more like squirrels, children and adults. It's whatever it catches our attention today. Even though this is important, this didn't catch today's attention. Something happened today, but I've been seeing people talking about the drone thing less and less as I look out online.
I see there are still a couple of other content creators that are doing somewhat of investigative reporting.
The ones going onto the scene and looking and stuff like that.
Yeah, which is really cool. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember the name of those guys' channel recently, but they saw them where they were from. And then, they were in either New Jersey. No, they were in New Jersey because they said it started snowing out of nowhere. And it was just like whatever the camera they had, it extended to see so clear. But doesn't this, I think we've already talked about this once before, but I mean, seeing all these things happening at once, to me, is like, what a way that we're starting 2025. Like, do you have any expectations about coming into this new year with all these things? And I guess that's the what the heck thing is, like, so many things are coming all to us at once. How do you feel about the drones and then the
what I'm curious to know
why now though?
If Trump wasn't about to be the president and it would have been Kamala, would we have been seeing all this stuff? My question, like, would all this stuff would have popped off, or would it have popped off and we would have been even more so like, oh my God, we got the wrong people in office, and then we got big stuff coming on. It says many orbs were spotted for many years before these massive drone sightings. Yeah, I know, Salt of Earth. I know these orbs have been out here, but they haven't had the people's eye as much. And then these drone sightings are sitting. It seems like a lot of these drones are sitting close to these orb things. The orb things are the things that you know good and well ain't nobody made.
So the
drones could be made by man, but the orbs are.
So the orbs have, are starting to reappear because we know extraterrestrial life has been here with us since the beginning. Now, we talked about it was a passage in the Bible that mentioned it, but now that, they've made their presence known even more during this time period, it's like, I know you talk about the end times, but nevertheless, why now and then why the drones? I guess that's my question that I'm going to keep wondering, I guess, until more is revealed. And how is Trump going to handle all of this when he gets in office? That's what I really would like to know as well.
He's probably going to go after, he's going to go and make his calls and talk to the people, whoever, and say, hey, who's over knowing who these things are, and let me talk to them. Whoever's over these things and like he said, whatever garage them things have come out of or wherever. So he's probably going to get on the horn and call and talk to whoever he needs to talk to find out what's up with this. But what else is popping off outside of it? Because we know that the drone thing is going to be unexplained, and no one can give really explanations of that yet. Or if anybody has explanations of it, they can't speak on it. The real conversation on what it really is, people can't speak on it.
And I was going to say, but let's just take a dive really quick. I don't know if you guys are on Netflix or Amazon Prime. You're probably on both. But they have the documentaries out about them, and remember, there are sightings and there are people who have so-called, or they say that they have been abducted. We don't know all of it could be true. I mean, some could be true, some could be not. But nevertheless, it's like this has been going on for quite some time. But now it's back surfaced, and it's like, okay, we really need to tap in. The people, the government's already known. But anyway.
And it seems like, have you ever noticed I don't know. I start noticing a lot of people that say they've been abducted. There's a lot of people be into the new agey stuff, or they be in some weird kind of stuff. They be ones that they doing ayahuasca and stuff. Them the people that say been abducted because your spirit has been abducted by something, but it ain't been extraterrestrial.
Well, all I know is this: whatever it is, 2 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, stay in your ship, wherever it is. I mean, I just feel like that would be so freaky to actually see that extraterrestrial being in your space. I don't.
So what else
mine
is going?
Not prepared.
I guess because
anyway,
we can't. It's no solid information on the alien stuff, so it's really going like what else going on? Because we went into all we can really keep looking at things in the sky until something else major happens with these things. But then a lot of times in the world, it's kind of putting the alien thing, is brushing over on the back burner.
Corinthians 4:6, he said, Kamila. The drones are coming from all over the place. Kamila is still the border czar. Have her say something. We need answers now. I feel you. True.
So what's the next thing?
That's the thing. Nobody is really. They're only going to give us so much.
Oh, you got the border wall now. So let's actually talk about that.
Hello from New Orleans. Hey, Shad. Okay. Let's see. Much love. Merry Christmas to you too. Love you too. That's the start. Space Force. Hey, Diana. Go ahead. You gonna put up the video?
The wall when Tim.
Well, I have the House bill, so you want to? I have House.
Oh yeah,
bill,
yeah.
Out of order.
Yeah, that's how I want to go into it. It was since government weirdness. Y'all see how the House bill was passed? Y'all see how this House bill thing was passed? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm just segueing into hold on, where y'all go?
They were determined not to shut down.
It took the whole screen.
I hope they must have pulled the all-nighter to agree on this one.
Yeah,
1,500 pages.
Yeah, like I didn't, but I thought about it too. If with this, hold on, let me see. You see my little screen? There it is.
Oh Lord, Joy, you are too funny, girl.
With this border thing, with this wall thing, I'm sorry, with the bill kind of don't make sense to me. We just let another junk bill has just passed. And it's a lot of stuff in that bill, like building a U.S. stadium or something in D.C. and stuff like that. And how long is going to be at the taxpayers' expense? How long are American people going to have to keep paying for everything that these people could just reap the benefit from, but the American people have to pay for it? And it's just waste pork spending, like Vivek says. Let
me give you my plug to plug in.
Is that unplugged?
It is.
Hey, let's play this. We're gonna play this from Mike Johnson. I don't even think, did he go to AmFest because he was about to get booed off the table? Did he end up going?
I'm not sure.
We're going to listen to Speaker of the House Mike Johnson.
Tonight, in bipartisan fashion, with overwhelming majority of votes, we passed the American Relief Act of 2025. This is a very important piece of legislation. It funds the government, of course, until March of 2025. That was a big priority for us. This is America First legislation because it allows us to be set up to deliver for the American people.
Another thing, I'm gonna just say this because when he said that off, it keeps the government open to 2025. See, personally, I need to find out the more details on that because that always feels like the excuse. It's like, let's make it seem so catastrophic that the whole United States is going to shut down, and then so we can, if we put the world and the country in a state of fear that we're going to shut down, they're going to go for it. Everybody's going to be happy that we went and passed this bill, and then we got this junk stuff in that's already set in place because out of fear. I don't know. It just feel like a stupid game to me.
In January, we will make a sea change in Washington. President Trump will return to D.C. and to the White House, and we will have Republican control of the Senate and the House. Things are going to be very different around here. This was a necessary step to bridge the gap, to put us into that moment where we can put our fingerprints on the final decisions on spending for 2025. We also, in this bill, as you know, took care of Americans who desperately needed and deserved the assistance. We had a record hurricane season.
I'm gonna tell you, the girl right here in the back look like she's gonna ask them questions that will piss you off right here. Here, this one right here.
Hurricanes Helene and Milton in particular did dramatic damage across at least 6 states. The Carolinas, Virginia, from Florida, Tennessee, all the way through. And they have been waiting for the federal government to assist. We did that tonight in this bill. We also took care of our farmers, many of whom were on the brink of collapse because of Bidenomics, frankly, because the inflationary cost of their inputs and the inability they have right now to get loans from the banks and the lenders to put their crops in the ground, to put the seeds in the ground in the spring. So we had to take care of that, and we did. We are excited about this outcome tonight. We're grateful that everyone stood together to do the right thing. And having gotten this done now as the last order of business for the year, we are set up for a big and important new start in January. We can't wait to get to that point. We encourage swift passage in the Senate now. They need to do their job as the House just did. We will all go home. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year, because I hope not to see you until we get back after that. I was in constant contact with President Trump throughout this process. Spoke with him most recently about 45 minutes ago. He knew exactly what we were doing and why, and this is a good outcome for the country. I think he certainly is happy about this outcome as well.
My question is, I know he's saying he's happy, but what about Doge? Doge didn't seem happy. Vivek and Elon seemed like they were disgusted at the things that were going to be passed in this bill. But he's making it seem like, yeah, Trump was just all aboard and said, yeah, let's go. So Trump ain't going to have a team of people that's going to completely go against his thinking. I don't. Was it that smooth, or that's just what he's telling us?
Elon Musk and I talked within about an hour ago, and we talked about the extraordinary challenges of this job. And I said, hey, you want to be Speaker of the House? I don't know. He said, this may be the hardest job in the world. I think it is. But we're going to get through this. We are going to unify this country, and we are going to bring the America First agenda to the people beginning in January. We cannot wait to get started. I hope you all have a great holiday.
That's it. Okay. How will this be different? Well, we already know some of the issues unless some things were changed overnight and then they did it. Maybe I need to go and see if there's anything that changed significantly in there. That's the only thing that I can think of. Maybe it shifted. Maybe they were able to take out something, put something in. I don't know, because then people would have to, well, no, if you do that, then everybody can agree on it right at that moment. So I don't know. But I was surprised that they were going to be able to come to an agreement. But they were the ones who were agreeing in the first place, and Trump and Elon and Vivek weren't. And they're not, they're not in yet. So there you go.
Yeah, Aubrey, yeah, there is. So they got this, and then they got, yeah, it is bird flu. We starting that bird flu crap. Let me see what I'm curious to see what people were saying about that. Mike Johnson, Rhino, yeah, that's what I was told.
Charlene, why can't they take a pay cut? I mean, I think, I mean, just like for me,
but people say the
the
reason why I see people why I can't take a pay cut because everyone's felt like they can't agree on anything and they have done nothing. So that's why people aren't happy with them taking any kind of getting paid more.
But if they haven't had a pay raise, what the guy say, since 2000,
people don't care. They want they want something to shake and bake for this country.
I'm like,
and then
man,
why give y'all more money if y'all not making things work for this country?
But has that been the case since 2009? I mean, just like everybody wants to be on the job, and this is my perspective, is people work and they want an increase. And I know it's not. One lady quoted 40%, but she said, no, that was wrong. It was like 3.9 or 3.8% technically.
Yeah. So if they make 180, they'll get 186.
So, I don't know, but I feel like everybody wants to get a pay increase. So this bill, I truly want to see how it's going to, where the trickle down effect benefits are going to come. Are we really going to feel that? So we shall see. Oh, you may want to unplug Alexa because she's going to be going off pretty soon. Surprised she hasn't gone off by now. Thanks. So I don't know, guys. What are you thinking?
It said so they cut out the pay raise of $64K each. Ooh, $64K each. That's why Dems don't want it. Oh, so they took the pay raise part out of there.
Okay, well that's good. That's a pay. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I can see an incremental pay raise,
each.
But an additional what percentage is that?
$64,000.
I mean, that's a lot.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, see.
That's a lot. Who's even making? I feel you.
65K. Who's even making 65K?
Right. So they wanted 243,000 in the first bill. Woo.
Woo. Wow. So the Dems like, okay, if we ain't getting that 64K, we don't want it. So that's what must have been happening. That's why they passed. They must have pulled out some of that stuff. But that, even though it wasn't televised and advertised about them making the changes to the bill, that's why they were to pass, because they were able to get the government running.
John, you are funny. Yes, I feel you though. Pretty much.
They should all be on commission only pay basis.
I feel you. Well, we do have some people in the House that's really, really fighting for our rights and the request, because we showed up and showed out for this election. So that means the people have spoken, and the things that we said we wanted, we're the expectation. Now, what the stadium has to do with anything and the price of tea in China. What else did they mention in there that really didn't see? Yes, it's great for the relief. Why even? Oh, that's right, because they didn't have no relief money because it was all spent on something else. So I guess this is why they had to include the relief in there, because remember, the relief that they needed to give them, they said there was no relief money. Oh, because it was given it to the immigrants. So that makes sense. That's needed. That's mandatory as far as I'm concerned. These people been needed help. And it's a shame they just now getting it. The farmers, okay, I understand that. But all the fine print is what I'm not clear of. But hey, the government didn't have to shut down, and some very important things are being handled, and I like that. Now, what happens when Trump gets in office? I'm sure they're going to be able to change it, and that's the key. It's like they can listen to you say what you want to say, but legit, you ain't in there yet, so they ain't really,
I believe when Vivek and them get in there, and Elon, Trump, everybody get in there, they're going to start sniffing through stuff. Even though Doge can't make changes, Doge can bring out and say, this is what's going on, but we can't change it. It still has to be implemented within the House and the Senate. But I do believe that a lot of things are going to be brought out to attention that are going on, and they're going to be taking a lot of stuff in consideration, because it's going to be put on the table in front of everybody, the world, to say, this is what they're doing with your money. And then the government keep on just passing it. People are going to be in an uproar. And Doge can bring and talk about it now, but it ain't the same like it's not the same as if after January 20th, what the power of us listening to what you say is going to be like. It's going to be totally different. Mm-hmm. So, but
we shall see.
We're going to see. What was the next thing that we were looking at was this border wall situation. And I couldn't understand the life of me why border wall parts will be sold. Like, what are you gonna build a canoe to keep the water out next? Like,
well, they're trying to buy them back because Biden
why did they want to
auctioned
buy
them
them
off.
And to do what? I mean, I guess to make some steel or certain for private businesses.
Because he wanted to. He didn't want to do anything else with the wall, so it was no point of having the wall parts there if you're not going to build the rest of the wall. So now he out, and Kamala is not in. We need the ball parts. So let's listen to the video because I want to hear.
Yeah, you want to play the clip?
Well, not the whole clip, but at least.
So we're gonna play some of this clip from Tim. How do you pronounce it? Tim Horman and Tucker have this interview that we want to. Let's see. I want to see because I couldn't gonna understand in this selling parts on the wall. I guess you're gonna build a warehouse out of it. I mean, what you gonna do with it with these parts?
I read in the last 3 days, it's hard to believe this could be true, that the Biden administration auctioned off portions of the unfinished border wall at bargain basement prices. Is that true?
Yes. I actually had a conversation with Senator Lindsey Graham 2 days ago. Someone needs to take some action because this is products that the taxpayers already paid for, and they're going to auction it off. And now, Texas talking about buying it back.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to buy it back. We bought it once before, right? This administration's out. They're out in a couple more weeks. Why would they continue to set us up for failure? That's what they're trying to do, right? President Biden signing all these executive orders and want to sell the border product. I thought the American people on election day give this country a clear mandate. They want a secure border.
Exactly.
This administration is going to stop at. They won't stop at anything to slow us down. It's not going to slow us down. We're going to get that border wall finished, but the mere stupidity of selling this stuff on pennies on the dollar. Every taxpayer should be.
What's an act of hate toward the country? Of course.
Well, I've said it many times. They hate Trump more than they love their country.
For
right.
Sure.
That's all.
And I think they hate the country more than they hate Trump. Even he represents the country to them, the old country that they tried to change with immigration. Do you know Mayorkas?
I know him.
How would you assess him?
I used to respect him. Under President Obama. I got a Presidential Rank Award under President Obama because I oversaw the removal of, well over a million aliens during that 3-year period.
Wow.
Mayorkas actually accompanied me on operations in New York City, targeting criminal aliens and illegal aliens, both. Jay Johnson approved the family operation because a lot of families were coming across during the Obama administration. And I told Jay Johnson, look, 9 out of 10 of these families are going to be ordered removed. Are we going to remove them? He said, absolutely. Jay Johnson stood by that. Alejandro Mayorkas went on operation with us. He backed me up on a lot. The main thing we disagreed on is the transgender policy where you wanted special treatment for transgenders in ICE detention. I was ordered to sign that policy, and that.
What kind of special treatment?
Whoa, what? Yeah.
Making sure they're identified as being a transgender, they're protected in our facilities, and separated and get medical attention, whether it's hormone therapy or whatever it was. And
so he wanted the U.S. government to pay for hormone therapy?
Yeah. And we got a huge argument over that, and I was ordered to sign the memo, and that's where we had a falling out. But
do you have any? Why would he want? I mean, first of all, how many transsexual illegal aliens are there?
Wow.
I mean,
you'd be surprised how many we run across.
Wow.
And they just, they wanted certain protections for them in our facilities.
Interesting.
Well, Alejandro Mayorkas went on operation with me. He shook hands with officers who were enforcing the immigration law. I remember we went to New York City on a huge operation, arrested a lot of illegal aliens. And when he was nominated to be secretary, I thought, okay, we're in the middle of this crisis again, right? He knows how we stopped it. We stopped it by building detention facilities, including family residential centers, the so-called cages, right? He knew how we stopped it. We stopped by building more detention facilities, detaining people, making them have a hearing, because if you're in detention, you have a hearing within like 35 days. 9 out of 10 lost. We put them in an airplane, send them home, then board numbers tanked. So I'm thinking, okay, he knows how to fix it. He might be able to do this job. He got into the job. He did a complete 180. I don't recognize him anymore. He's about not enforcing the law. One of his first instructions to ICE is that being in the country illegally on its own is not enough for you to go make an arrest. You got to wait till they're convicted of a serious criminal violation.
How can a federal administrator ignore federal law? Isn't that unconstitutional? Why can't he be arrested for that?
It's illegal. I mean, the Fifth Circuit judge, federal judge in the Fifth Circuit said not only are they ignoring the law, they're actually violating the law. Again, that's when we need to hold these people accountable in the incoming administration. I believe they violated the law, and
the fact that Congress never did anything about that is really telling.
Well, that's they went through the impeachment proceedings, and I said at the time that I think we had 5 or 6 Republican congressmen that didn't vote for impeachment. I couldn't believe it. And I thought they lost the right to be a congressman at that point. I mean, if they can impeach President Trump for making a phone call, you can't impeach Alejandro Mayorkas for what he did to this border, the biggest national security vulnerability this nation's ever seen. Look, me and Christopher Wray, I'm not a friend of his. I don't really respect the man much, but he agrees with me that the border has become the biggest vulnerability this nation's ever seen. He sees more red flags than ever before, and they continue with the open border, even to this day after the election. Now they're going to sell border wall material that we're going to need in day one we're getting in there. The illegal behavior, the treasonous behavior from this administration has not stopped.
When phone companies say they're selling something for free, they really mean.
I really feel like they're trying their best not to set them up for success. We need the parts. So now you're going to have to spend more money to buy the parts back.
What are you going to do with border wall parts? I mean,
is selling them to?
Is that very cheap? It's like buying very cheap plywood from like.
No, it's not cheap.
Somebody's house.
It's lots and lots of money. I remember I may have even talked
about
it on
I'm
my
saying
channel.
Cheap. It's millions of dollars,
right.
But what do you use border wall material to make?
I don't know. Some type of wall. I don't know. Clueless. But who do you sell them to? Who are you selling them to have to buy them back from? The company who you bought them from? I mean, are you selling them back to them? Because what your average Joe Blow who has a company is going to do with a border wall material? So interesting. I thought that was really interesting because it's like, we, why are we having to, why are they even still, well, I guess because they're still in office. It has not been a transfer.
Somebody said, Sherry said, Joe Biden dies in the White House. That's been the big topic. Even though even though they just saw it was an emergency, they just saw him walking back from a vacation, him and Kamala going back to the White House for some kind of emergency that we don't know about. But that was been the topic of him passing the White House. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that man he just going to pass the old age at his house. It ain't going to be in the White House. I think that's what people want to happen.
But since you're talking about him, what was the big thing about him and Kamala meeting, secretly, and we don't really know what that meeting was.
That's what I want to know. That's what's super interesting to me. What was that conversation about? They came off vacation. Nobody has heard from these people in a minute, especially not after the election.
Yeah.
And now it's an emergency thing where people meet at 12 a.m. because something went down and everybody had to stop in the midst of their holiday and come to the White House. See, that's the thing I have a problem. We get this information, right, that they rush home, but then we have no other information. So we just left with what is it? What happened?
Yeah.
And then it just brushes over onto other stuff. But then something really was happening, but we don't know what happened.
Right. Well, I know we're not privy to everything they discuss, but nevertheless, that's mighty funny. They have been ghosts. Kamala did appear for the most recent school shooting that just happened in Wisconsin. She was talking to people in regards to that, but I haven't seen her appear outside of anything else. But then, now this. So I wonder what that was about. Is it about what all these things that are going on? And then somebody else mentioned, is he, bowing out and going to put her in while his last
I saw that so she can get 30 days in. But how many days is it before? How many days?
January 20th is the inauguration. Today's the 20th. Oh, 1 month. Exactly 1 month.
Is it exactly 1 month? Oh yeah, you're right.
1 month.
So there 30 days. It will be 30 days.
Please. Can anything else happen within the next 30-day period?
And do people want this woman to be president so bad where they be like, come on, give her something, throw a bone, give her 30 days.
Please. No, I don't know. I don't know. To do what? a lot can be done in 30 days. A lot of havoc can be wreaked.
2 Corinthians said, could that emergency have been about the potential U.S. shutdown?
Could have been, but now that they've come to an agreement, you know,
It could. I mean, it could.
I don't even feel like they were even.
I think they would have just let them handle that.
About
but it could have been.
That's what I feel.
It could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been. It was either it could be something totally what we don't know about, but it was either drone related stuff, war related stuff, the shutdown.
That's something else they mentioned too. The conversation that I've heard is about
or power shift,
the wars.
But now if they do switch powers and give it to her, the American people would have called it. They called it if they switched it out and just give it to her and for some unknown reason. But that man ain't dead.
Star Child said, worst administration of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
So true. And I think that was pretty much the last thing. You know, I see you guys putting different things in the comment section, but you know, 30 more days and we are in. And my question is, once Trump gets in office, I guess the bill is in until March. He just can't go and cancel the bill. I know it's a series of different things that has to go by before a bill can just be, well, it can be vetoed, but they passed it already. So once a bill has been passed, you can't unpass it, right? It's not like you can just say, oh, well, we're going to cancel this. Too bad. You know, I guess it has to play out because I wonder, like Trump is going to be in. Can he say, okay, no, we're going to replace this bill? Can he call a meeting and say, it's got to be a term for that?
What bill replacing?
Just this recent bill that was just passed today.
Oh, the spending bill?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Can he say, you know what?
You got to wait.
Put my javelin down and no, we're going to cut this right now. I'm in office. This is the plan. We said it's going to be better. We're going to go with that.
I don't think so. I think you got to wait for negotiations to happen.
He said till March.
March. Is March when the next negotiation? How often can we have a shutdown? Every 6 months? Because it's always random when that happens.
She said, I wish Trump would take his oath at home. Yeah.
I know, right? Good gracious.
Well,
it's just so much going on.
We just keep praying and everything's going to work out on that day. That's right.
I'm telling you, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm be transparent, y'all. A lot of this stuff ain't got so exhausting to me. It's going on. I'm just, just ready for the good stuff to happen more so.
I know
what's going on. It's I'm exhausted with a lot of this.
Yeah, I think
y'all can hear it in my voice and reaction right now. It's a little bit exhausting because, it's just negative, right? But on the flip end, the world's YouTube, that's all they want to see. It's still so many positive things going on in the world, but it's all this negative crap that's focused on, but it's not really, as the American people, really benefiting us.
Well, I mean, I don't know if, drones and UFOs are negative. These are things that's just coming up at the end.
Well, that was interesting.
But
I'm talking about like this government shutdown stuff and,
It's relative.
That was more so interesting because we got to go on the scene and see that. Do I believe that we're going to get attacked by aliens and stuff no, I don't. But I do I believe that God made spaces outside of us and dimensions outside of us? Yes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I would like for the new administration to, and then we can wrap this up if you want, the new administration to at least give the people a level of awareness how to handle the situation. People don't know. They seen them things. They shooting them suckers down. Did you see the video where the older man shot the drone down over his house? Yeah. It's like what people expect to do when their privacy is being invaded.
Will Kamala actually certify Trump? That's really interesting. When that time comes, will she be put aside pride and ego but
it doesn't matter. The point is, he's there. Whether it don't matter she does it or not.
She ain't the one. It's Biden that does that.
Biden is the one that said it was going to be a smooth transition, and Trump was like, "It's tough on politics, but let's go." Because he wasn't like, "Yeah, we good, we cool." He didn't give that impression at all. He's like, "Let's just make this thing do what it do," and I get it. So I don't think she has any say so. Once it is what it is. It's just time. Whoever's standing there, I don't know. Is it supposed to be her? I thought it was, I'm about to say Bill. Joe.
What?
Just like when Obama and Trump, then it's going to be Joe that, I guess, inaugurates him in.
Yeah.
Right?
It wouldn't be Kamala.
Yeah.
She just had to stand there. Is the vice president even there when you hand over power?
I think everybody is there.
Everybody
the main cabinet people,
Yeah.
the main people. Yeah, president, vice president, secretary, and the treasurer. They're all there. At least I thought.
Well, January 20th will be a big day. I expect nothing to happen.
Definitely going to be glued in front of the TV
Yeah,
watching
I don't expect nothing to happen. I don't expect nobody to be disrespectful. Everybody's going to be there where they need to be. And, I don't expect no coups, no craziness or nothing before they hand over power. They hand over power and move on.
It's going to be done the right way. Well, great people. We just wanted to chime in with you because what the heck is what it really is. We'll see. We have 30 more days before that date. And we are just going to continue to, chime in, especially without this crazy stuff. So hopefully it'll be a smooth transition. You got anything else you want to add?
No, ready. I'm ready to add some funnier stuff back to the channel, y'all. Something to give me life and want to laugh too. But things will get better next year. We got a big 4 years ahead of us. I think it's going to be some great wins, and it's going to be some tough losses in the next 4 years. But I'd rather it be where it is than the other way around. I tell you that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some challenges, but it's going to help. People are going to finally be helped in ways that benefits them.
For sure. All right, y'all, we're going to go and end this live, give y'all Friday back. I know this one, our shorter lives. It was just, some things going on, but not enough to just go all night on. But it's some stuff that's going on in this country. And we like to share with y'all from time to time our opinion. So, like we say, 2025 is going to be the best time to be alive.
Merry Christmas to you too, John. Happy New Year.
Yeah, 2025 will be the best time to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
All right. God bless you too. We'll see you guys on the next one. Love you guys.
We'll see y'all.
Peace.
Bye.